Of course, men, we control the access to marriage. That's a common sense. But you know what else has to happen? We have to also want to give that access to someone who wants it. The average can want to get married all he wants to. However, he's not going to be able to find the woman that he wants to marry because he's an average, and none of these women like average, as they've said themselves. So there's nothing there's no argument that can be made that's not just conjecture or speculation for anyone who has talked to anybody that's dated somebody before. There's no argument that can be made for, well, it should be simple for an average guy to find someone to marry just because we control the access to marriage. That's like saying that a man who is above average should also have more access to sex because he's above average, and we also see that that's not true because the majority of men don't even get to have a chance to reproduce. The majority of men don't have children. So to think that the men should be held to the same standards when the majority of women have children, that's where it's not fair. Like the numbers don't align with what you're saying.
Maybe we looking at average different. Maybe like I think about the top percentage.
I'm going according to the bell curve.
Okay.
Average, where most of us are. Most humans are average.
I'll
just give you right. I'm just gonna give you a quick stat real quick.
Okay.
So and I love dating app data because you can't really lie and you get to see what habits are and it's recorded. And just so you know, the apps that allow women to cut off for height, 80% of them cut it off at 6 feet, right? You do understand that they also did looks characteristics and what women are attracted to. They are not even attracted to. 80% of women think 80% of men are unattracted. So the 80% of women only like 20% of men as far as attraction is concerned. Not to mention if he's an asshole, not to mention if he get into the bread, not to mention if he got a wiener that she like. It's too many things. Like, dudes don't have that type of access. Where are we getting this idea that it's easy for the average man to go ahead and get a wife? Like it's just something we could just go do. Oh, you know what? You should be married. Yeah, you're right. Let me go do that. It doesn't work like that. These women are ignoring men. Most of men are invisible.
They get that information from out of touch single women. That's the only people saying that shit. Women who are out here experienced with men, who are dating men successfully or happily married, know how hard it is to get a good man. And then more important, they know how hard it was to take that man to get them to want to be a wife and behave as such. The idea that the average man can go find a woman who is also independent on her own and then get her to comport herself into a way that makes her a desirable wife is retarded. That's not easy to do, because if it was easy to do, then one, marriages would last longer, two, more men would have children, and three, more women would be married, and they're not.